Hello Scorpio and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 27th of December 21 to the 10th of January 2022. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Green Wheel Oracle that I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see. What words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Scorpio for the 27th of December to the 10th of January 2021. What messages are here for Scorpio for the next 2 weeks? What does Scorpio need to know at this time? So let's take that one. Oh, let's take that one as well. Okay, let's see what you get. The Hearth Moon and Magpie. Okay, so the Hearth Moon speaks of a time where you need to prepare, preparing for hardship actually, preparing for the difficult time. This is the time of year when, people made, this is sort of like November time where people were preparing for the winter ahead, making those preserves and getting ready to face the hardness of the winter. So this is about preparation, gathering your resources both metaphorically and physically in order to endure darker times, as it were. So, on a lighter note, we can just say it brings a message of needing to prepare and gather your resources together, and also to celebrate the dark and shadow of life. The magpie is about duality, dark and light. There can be no lightness without dark. There can be no summer without the winter. So you see the rose and the thorn here. It's about appreciating that although times can be difficult, things can be hard, that also is all balanced out in the grand scheme of things by pleasure and lightedness. So, you sort of, you're called to appreciate the yin and yang of life, the balance of life, and to prepare for something ahead. But let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. Let's see if that sort of shows any light on that. So let's see what's on the cards for Scorpio for the 27th of December to the 10th of January. What messages are here for Scorpio for the next 2 weeks? What does Scorpio need to know at this time? So I'm using the Druid Craft deck, tarot deck today, and I'll be putting down an 8-card spread for you, Scorpio, with the first 2 cards depicting you in your current situation, where you are now. Second 2 cards highlighting the challenges you may face at this time, with the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your possible outcome to your situation. It will show the energies that you're moving towards. So let's see what you get. Yeah, you start with the Ace of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. And your challenge is the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. Just move it down a bit. Are we all in? That's better. And then your challenge, your guidance is the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And you're moving towards the Four of Swords and the Prince of Swords. What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, you got the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory and accomplishment. Someone who has gone on a quest and is returning successful. This is, in this particular deck, it's the hunt. And it sort of fits in with this sort of half moon time of year as well. So it's returning successful to the appreciation and acclaim of others around you. A job well done, ultimately. And I'll put that there for now. So with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, this sort of shows you've got a new potential arising. This is a potential that requires you to sort of start off on a path, sort of emerge from perhaps a comfortable position and embrace this possibility here. This is something that if you're willing to focus on it, dedicate time and energy and effort to it, you can build something up from this potential. Something that is worthy of all the effort and the time. It's something that brings stability, security, abundance about you. And you're sort of certainly moving out from here. You got two new little, look at that, there's the bear emerging from the cave, and there's a nice little roundhouse there, and you know your attention's drawn from the comfort and warmth out into the open. So bringing something out. And this is something that you may like to celebrate with others. There's an air of celebration about it, just like in the Six of Wands. So, you know, it sort of, to me, it shows you emerging from a comfortable position to exercise yourself a little bit, to, you know, move on to something bigger, something that you can share with others. And your challenge in this is actually needing to make plans. With the Three of Wands, this fits in there with the half moon as well. You know, strategy, planning, forward thinking is needed here, as well as patience. The Seven of Pentacles denotes the patience needed when you've set down the foundations for something and it's started to take off, but it's not quite ready yet. You need to exercise that patience and allow, you know, sort of more planning and contemplation as to, you know, how far you've got. So it's almost like your challenge here is slowing down to contemplate, slowing down to make plans, to allow that growth to continue. So using that potential fully requires patience, planning, forward thinking, preparation. And then your guidance sort of says act upon it. When you're ready, you may need to this is someone, you know, you may need to use your wisdom, your past experience, especially experiences that have taught you lessons, and use those lessons wisely as you go ahead. The Queen of Swords is someone who may seem aloof, but that's because she is operating from her head rather than her heart. This is, you know, it sort of suggests you need to plan, you need to think, you need to use your discernment, your ability to judge carefully and then act upon it without fear. Your guidance also says that what you're embarking on is something that may tire you. It's sort of going to have a lot of stages or battles that you need to endure, but you have the strength to see it through to the end, and don't throw in the towel at any point. So if you're feeling impatient, you need to persevere, because when you've reached the Nine of Wands, you've almost reached conclusion. One final push, no matter how hard and difficult and harsh it's been, one final push sees you through to success in the end. And you know, that's why we have the magpie. It's not all fun and games. This is potential that you need to work with. This is a potential that brings ultimately success, but before that success comes important decisions, needing perhaps even to cut certain things out, and a willingness to to fight for it to some extent, to, you know, see the hardships through. So this is an endeavor that is going to tax you, but it leads ultimately to success. You know, the energies you're moving towards are one of recuperation, rest, and perhaps even seeing things in a different perspective. But, you know, eventually you'll lay down your arms. That's what the Four of Swords is about. Resting, laying down your arms and getting some perspective on how far you've come, on your progress. And your progress leads you towards the truth. The Prince of Swords, as I said, this is someone who, a hero figure who is unafraid to face the truth, who sort of like almost, you sort of, I see a resurge of energy if you know, you feel that this is going to be difficult, this is going to be something that drains you to some extent. There's a resurgence of energy and a strong sense of your path, of your truth and where you're going to. And as we say, you have the Six of Wands, which, you know, sort of suggests not only do you have that sense of righteousness or self, you know, that sense that you're on the right path, it's also accepted and appreciated by those around you. There's a stability that you're moving towards, and as well as a success. So to sum up then, yes, I mean, you know, there's a potential here for you, but it's going to take you from complacency, from a warm and sort of secure position out into the world to build up on this potential. So you need to prepare yourself. You need to be patient and prepare thoroughly. You're called to use your integrity, your discernment, and, you know, it does involve what may be difficult decisions that you need to make using your moral compass, as it were, and then act upon them. This may lead to some degree of battling, of, you know, hardships that you need to face, but know that you have the strength to endure them and to remain standing at the end. There will come a time where you will be able to lay down that aggression in your arms, to get some rest, and feel that, you know, reconnect with that sense of that path, that initial potential that you harnessed, and know that it's worth the effort, and it brings that security, that abundance, that sense of accomplishment that is appreciated with others and that can be shared. So it's taking yourself out into the world ultimately. So there you have it, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.